There we go. Hi, friends. This is Caitlin. I'm so happy to be here with you with Pink and Lane. Sorry I'm running a couple minutes late. Um, I had been doing so good too. But stuff comes up. I'm here. Don't worry. We are in for a very fun night of sneak peeks. So, I saw a bunch of people in the comments already. Let me go through and say hi really quick while we get more people here, and then I will get some things out to show you what I am planning. So I saw Kathleen was here super early and on time. I see Melissa was here checking in. Um, let's see, Kelly is here hanging out. Miss Lisa, Kay is here. Virginia, yep, we're good. We are going to be playing with the winter postage stamp set that got sneak peeked on Pink and Main's Instagram today, or Facebook page maybe. I see, let's see, Julie's here checking in. Um, Elizabeth and Miss Jackie Ann are here. Let's see. Um, I see Michelle from Stamperoo is here checking in, and Michelle Myers is here. Helene's checking in with me. Miss Jana's here. Cindy's checking in from sunny California. I love that for you. It is currently raining here, but it's not cold. It's super muggy, which is like the worst. I see Kathy's here. She's excited. Patricia's checking in from North Carolina. I see Miss Connie's here. And Lori's here. Okay. And Marianne's here too. Perfect. Me and Miss Marianne were chit-chatting about some fun. How about I love getting requests from you guys? All right. I have the box of stuff here. So first, let me show you the new products that we're going to be using tonight. Okay. So this is the winter postage stamp set, and it doesn't have a die because it's the same die set from the autumn one. So there is a coordinating die, but you don't need to get a separate one if you have the autumn. Let me grab my autumn one. I should have done that before. I'm gonna have to figure out where the dies are gonna live. So these are the coordinating dies that matched the autumn set, and so now they will also match the winter set. So just like with the autumn, we have different sizes and shapes of the stamps. Let me get you a good close up. So we have little penguins, poinsettia, a little cardinal or bird, the little circles I love. They could be stamps, they could be like cancellation circles, kind of. We have snowflakes, the tree, that's little zoom in on the owl. That to me looks like a real stamp. That's so cute. The little polar bear, a little reindeer, or moose, I guess. The pine cones. We've got some holly, a little hot cocoa. And then I love the sentiments on this one. So Santa mail, Christmas delivery. This one's my favorite. Do not open until December 25th. Perfect. Holly Jolly Holidays, and then Merry Mail. So cute. Perfect for holiday, but also adorable for general winter card making. So if you don't celebrate Christmas or you want something that will stretch through all of December and January, I think it's very cute. Um, so yeah, we're going to be playing with that tonight. Okay, and then we're also going to be bringing in some pattern paper from the new Kraft Christmas patterned papers. So I'm going to show you some close-ups of these because they're very cute. So some hot chocolate. We've got this fun, it's like a beige, like a cream kind of color with the red and green. This is the one we're using tonight because we're going kind of winter versus super Christmas, but it's like a perfect craft color with like a creamy dot. We have these little reindeer, little minty candies, just really fun. plaid that has like a brown in it. Loving that. These little bows with pine boughs, pine branches. A red with white polka dot, classic, really fun stripe. The little candy canes. We have the green candy version, another plaid, and then the green with the cream polka dot, and these really fun stars. And then the last one is Santa. So with sets like this, you get 2 pieces of each pattern paper. They're 5.5 by 8.5. So you can get 2 slimline cards out of them or 2 A2 size cards, just depending on how you trim them. Let's see. So yeah, so we're going to be using the cute polka dot with our winter stamps. We're going to be copic coloring. And then I have a bunch of other stamp sets that I'm going to share with you guys tonight. I'm going to save one stamp set for Thursday because we're going to use it with our card and we're going to be foiling. So I'll show you what do we have. Look, we can look at these dies and this stamp set. All right, so I have 3 stamp sets and a new die set to show you guys besides what we just looked at. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, 4. Oh, 4. It's stamp sets and a die set. All right, I'm gonna put those over here. You can see, oh, right over there on the side. Okay. But for now, let's work on our card. How is everyone doing? That's what I need to know. How are you guys? How's the week? Um, Everybody holding up? Are we all doing okay? I'm so sad. It's officially fall, but it was certainly 87 degrees here in Delaware today, and it is so muggy outside. All I want to do is be cute and wear my cute fall clothes, and I just can't yet because it's too hot. Yes, the mouse is on my stack right here. Let me stamp and color this the little postage stamps, and then I'll show you guys the mouse. I also want you to know that I everything except for the truck and the pumpkins, which look, I have my truck right here from the other day still. Everything except the truck and the pumpkins, which were, you know, either neutral or fall, from this release is winter or holiday. So I'm going to try my best to stay very positive about holiday. But, you know, it's not my first pick for September, but hopefully it gets you guys excited and in the mood to start making some Christmas cards. Let's see. Melissa, I'm putting up your comment. I like never do that. But yeah, Melissa said, did anyone else see the Halloween truck that somebody posted in the Pink and Main Gallery Facebook page? And I want to shout that out to Melissa because not only was it adorable, but sometimes I forget to mention the Facebook page when we're live. And if anyone that hangs out with us isn't in that Facebook group, there's some of the most amazing inspiration over there. Please, please, please check it out and come hang out with us because yeah, the Halloween truck was amazing. Somebody a while back posted the house and they made a garage out of one of the house dies, and I was like, well, my mind is blown because never in a million years would I have thought to do that like that. So 100% love that. Loved her Halloween truck for sure. Cindy said she'd like an entire pad of just the reindeer paper. That's so funny. I love that. Hey, Miss Judy, checking in. Um, let's see. Oh, Julie's been under the weather. I'm so sorry about that. Elizabeth, yeah, Maryland's like 20 minutes from here. I feel like whatever weather Maryland has is what we have. Um, yeah, Julie, feel better. Let's see. Sarah says, I love the postage stamp collection. I'm glad more are coming out. Yes. And I would assume at this point that we're going to get them for all seasons, which, maybe isn't a super safe thing for me to declare at this point, but I'm gonna I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that we're probably getting one for each season at least. Helene says she got great blood work back. Yay! That's so good. That's the kind of good news I think we all need right now. Um, Kay said, I can't wait to make Christmas cards. Well, the good news is now it seems like you don't have to wait. You don't have to wait anymore. I can't push it off any longer. So what do we want to do? That's kind of cute. I'm just trying to generally map these out. We're still going to die cut them, but I just want to make sure that I have, enough colored to have like a cute. I don't want it to be the exact same as the one we did before. So like this guy's a little smaller. I really like the idea of like that do not open. Until 25th. We can make that work. Maybe need another small. Maybe that's too. I don't know. Some of them look like super cutesy, and some of them look, I mean, they're all cute, but like, I don't know. I don't like this as much as what I had. Now I don't know if I'm going to be able to remember what I had. I have this. Better to spend the time now, though, figuring out a layout that I like. That's cute. And then Santa, maybe we'll stack those like Santa mail, Christmas delivery. And we're going to do, just like we did with the autumn one, we're going to do a little embossed, dry embossed background. Sorry, I like got in my head for a second. Oh, goodness. Again, I still think that it's worth figuring out the layout and tweaking stuff around ahead of time. Okay, let's go switch to picture. Let's the haunted house is not open yet. My dad opens the first weekend in October will be his opening weekend, and that's World Card Making Day, that Saturday, so I won't be there for opening weekend, but I will be there a weekend after that. So that'll be good. About like that. That's cute. Bring in one of our little circles. I think I can handle that. All right, let's spread all of these out a little now so that I have room to put their dies. Natasha said this release is going to cost me a lot. It is a good release. It is a very good release. And I saw Michelle is donating cards. Oh my gosh, my comments aren't popping up right. Yes, Brendan, I am making Christmas. Marianne, if I can find it after this, I'll tag you. It's a black truck, and she's got the back filled with like ghosts and pumpkins. It's freaking adorable. Um, the Pink and Main page is called the Pink and Main Gallery Design Gallery. Hold on, let's see. It is called Pink and Main Creations Gallery. It looks like that. It has the cheerfoil as the main image. And then look, it's the first one on here. So it's Jana's truck. Oh, no, it's Jana sharing. No, no, no. Yeah, it's Jana. Sorry, I was trying to read her watermark. So that's, look how cute that truck is. A Halloween truck. Love it. Jana, aren't you here? Wasn't Jana here? Did I make that up? Maybe she jumped in and jumped back out. How funny. I thought I said hi to her. Yeah. Love, 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 love. The Halloween truck. Obviously, makes me want to make my own Halloween truck. All right. This is a very, very juicy stamp because I re-inked the ink pad. I think just this. Lovely. See how good the ink pads work when you actually put ink in them? Oh, goodness. Marion, I don't know. I can't speak for a fact on what else is going to come to fit in that truck. I there's a die set that Donna's going to share tomorrow that can fit in the truck, but to me it doesn't fit. It's not like the same as the pumpkins. Like it's not like a tree, you know what I mean, or a presence. It's different. So there's definitely other things that can be used with it. It wouldn't surprise me if in October we got something else, but I haven't seen any of the October release yet. So knowing Michelle and how things usually work with Pink and Main, I'm gonna say there's a good chance, but I cannot confirm a yes to what else will fit in that truck in the future. Michelle loves to build on a themed die set though. So I think if we just stay a little patient, we will be rewarded. That's how I feel about that. Brendan, when your sales pay for college, if I go to free community college, yes. Oh, Brendan, you're so funny. All right, let's stamp these guys up. Why does that look so blurry? That's strange. That's not a normal concern. Hold on, it's gonna go black for a second while I clean my. That's a little better, right? All right, I stamped with Pink and Main's Asphalt Ink onto Copic Express It paper, and we are gonna do some very quick and easy coloring because there is not a ton of room here. I'm gonna start out by going around all of the edges. I think I changed this up last time when we did it. I can't remember. I want the outer part of all of my stamps to be this kind of cream color since we're going to do that polka dot craft background. And I'm really okay with it being just like one flat color for this outer frame. And I thought that the polka dot craft would be a good choice because it's so neutral. We really won't have any limitations on the rest of our colors. Because for the first time of me coloring this, I didn't really want to be like locked in, um, and only be able to use green and red. This would be super cute, but not for the first time. I want to be able to like play and figure stuff out on my own. Oh no, Jerry. Heading back to the yard. That's so scary. I hope you feel better soon. Sorry, I'm reading all the comments silently to myself, not being a very good live host. Oh, goodness. All right, let's start with our sweet little poinsettia. I do think I want to go like a little bit with some classic reds and greens, but we're also going to tie in some blue too, I think, with our with our little sky scene here. So let's grab a blue now. I'm gonna go like super powdery blue, desaturated, unsaturated, one of those. We're gonna go with some V90s. They just have more gray in them. So it's not going to be like a blue that screams in your face. She's just like a little bit more quiet. And you know, it would be cute to add that to all of them. Last time we did like different colors for everything. So I think this would be very sweet. Like these really came in one stamp book. Just went into that owl's wing, but that's going to be fine because you can like the color's so soft. I'll hold it up for you in a second though so that you can see, you know, there is color there. It looks pretty muted on my screen. There we go. Right, so just like a little touch of blue. Um, for I think we should do our greens first for our flower because if you have played around with um, reds before, you know that reds go crazy. They just have a mind of their own and they will make a big mess. So I like to wait until the last possible minute to bring out my red markers. So I'm sorry, I went in with G28, then I'm going to come in with some G24. And again, there's just not a ton of room here, so the coloring on these is going to be pretty simple. I don't know what I want to do. I think for this one, maybe we'll leave the background white. I don't know. Bring in some reds. We'll bring in some R59. And we're gonna use those artist drawn lines coming from the center of our flower to help guide our shading. Right, they already did the hard work for us, so there's no reason to try to go crazy. And we're gonna, that was R59, then we'll come in with R29 and start pulling that color out towards the edges of our petals. And then R27 and fill that in. And we'll come back in once this dries back a little and add some white gel pen detail to the center here. If we do it now and there's any red in there, it'll just turn the gel pen white. So we'll skip that. Ooh, you know what would be really cute? We'll add some little touches in here for some of them with glitter. That's what we'll do. Because I feel like these little like curly cues and stuff need something, and I think a little glitter would be a perfect addition to that. We're going to jump down here just because I think these same colors are going to be perfect. So some of our G28 again, kind of at the base. Same thing, like I don't really want to fill up this whole background with another color, but I do think that adding some glitter spots here and there could be very cute. And for all these little details, just remember too, if you're using markers, I think even with pencils, it's probably the same. Definitely with brushes, the closer your grip is to the end of your tool, the more control you're going to have. So when I'm coloring backgrounds, I'll hold my marker all the way back here and do sweeping kind of motions, versus when I'm working on these little itty bitty leaves, I'm holding my marker all the way up at the tip so that I have the most control to try to stay in the lines. Even then, sometimes, you know, I slip up, but for the most part, um, that has served me really well. I'm skipping my middle shade for these little holly berries because they're just so small. Skip that whole bunch. The green to go back in. Hey Irma, how's it going? Mm, all right, for these pine cones, I'm gonna pull in a little bit of our green on these pine little needles, but it's not really like shading in because they're just lines. So we're gonna go more off of just like vibes, almost like making a little halo around that. I think it's still very cute. And you know what, while we're at it, let's do the same thing on these. So kind of like just being really sparse with that darker color the first time around. And then you can be a little bit more bold when you come in with that lighter shade to kind of fill in everywhere that those lines are. And I'm going to keep these colors out. We'll do the tree down here in a second. We'll just focus on these two for right now. So normally I would want 3 different browns here, but I do want this to look like it came out of the same stamp set. So we're gonna limit our color options here. And for anyone who's jumped in and you're like, oh my God, just show me the sneak peeks. This is the winter postage stamps stamp set, which is new. We're going to be pairing it up with a pattern paper from our new pattern paper set, the Kraft Christmas. And then once I have these colored, I'm going to pull out a couple more sneak peeks. And then once we have our card assembled, I'll pull out even more. We're going to stick with the E20s for this guy. So 29, 27, 25. And for the pine cones, I'm mostly just dropping in color. I'm not getting super crazy about exactly where all of the shadow is versus highlight. And you can see like I got even a little messy there. We can come in with a little gel pen if we want to clean that up, but I kind of like that it's a little messier with the pine needles. I think that looks very cute. We're going to come back in with our 29 on our tree branches. On this one, we will skip our medium again because there's just not enough room. So we'll jump straight from 29 to 25. And you guys can see I might be making Christmas, but my nails are Halloween ready. Right? And the silver is fun. It's color changing with temperature. So when they're cold, they turn black. It's the little things, you know. Do whatever you need to do to give yourself some extra joy in your day. All right, let's color in this little owl with the same browns. We're going to go around his face, keeping that space around his eye nice and light. We're going to follow those artist drawn lines for his little belly feathers. Go back to our 27. Let's put that in. And then 25. Okay, now our 25 is going to become our darkest shade on the wing and in the eye. And we will find 23 somewhere in here. And then the last is going to be cute. Feels like a big jump. Yeah. So just kind of by running over that eye section with a little bit more of that 21, that's just going to get us a nicer, softer blend. Come in with the tiniest little touch of orange for that beak. So, so cute. Let's add a little R. 59 and 27 here. Bring back the greens. And even just that like little hint of a darker color, even though it's really not like shading, right? We're not blending, but it gives just that enough difference that I think it pulls everything together really nicely. Okay. Let's go ahead and add some color to this one in here. This one I'm going to just keep one color though. So middle. Okay, and then let's work on our tree. So for our tree, the lighter squiggle lines are snow. So I'm going to focus my darker green right under that snow at the top of each little tree section and pull the color down lowest where the next layer of snow like dips down, right? Like where there's basically just where there's more room for it. This one is a little filling in there. So kind of just mirroring the waves of that snow. You guys got real quiet in the chat. everything okay? Making me nervous. Are we all just chilling, watching coloring? Because I'm very okay with that. All right, that blue we're gonna bring back for our sky. Just kind of work my way around those clouds, trying to generally avoid them. Okay, good. Mesmerized. Okay. I'm just making sure we're good. That's like the happiest answer I could get, is that we're all just hanging out, enjoying watching some coloring. That's when I know I'm doing good. All right, then we're going to come in with some C2 and just add a little bit of texture here and there to anything that has the snow. And we'll add glitter to this too. So we're kind of just breaking up the white space. Right? It's subtle, but it'll just change it up enough. All right, so those are our adorable little stamps so far. Okay, we're going to come in with the coordinating dies. And we'll tape them up and then I'll show you guys the mouse, the September mouse. This one doesn't have a die, so we're just going to cut, which is fine. I knew that going. So just to be clear, it's been a week already. I know it's only Tuesday, but been a little bit on the struggle bus lately, and I feel like if anyone can relate, it's you guys. Just out here trying to have fun making my cards. A little escape from anxiety, right? Cards are all about fun. I'm just going in with washi tape. Mark all those down. Let me grab you your mouse. It is only one mouse for September. He's a holiday mouse. Spoiler alert. How perfect is this sentiment? Not a creature was stirring, not even the mouse. He's so cute. I also love that we got the hat, which means you can make any other mouse that we have a Christmas mouse as well. So for the candy cane, we also got the outline set, and then we got the like fill in coloring stamp. That's very nice. Hoping your holidays are sweet and may your stocking be stuffed with joy. Then we have the main die, the candy cane die, and then the extra bonus Santa hat die. So it looks like this is the same size as this, so you could pop that up and just do like 2 layers if you want, or like I said, you can make any other mouse that we've had into a Christmas mouse. So that is September's mouse. He's adorable. While we're at it, let me show you this one. This one doesn't have dies. I think because it goes with the like shutter. You can do it with the shutter card. We have a couple cards that have like the circle, or you can do it with just like a circle die. These are the Christmas Spotlight sayings. So, Merry and Bright, Joy to the World, Dear Santa, Merry Christmas, Holly Jolly, and Peace on Earth. And I just love the font of these. But you can see they're big. So you can, they're not so big that you can't put other stuff with them, but they can definitely stand on their own if you need them to. And you can go in with the circles, like I said. You can do, I think they might be big for the shutter card. But I bet they would work really good in the circle of the flip card, the circle flip card die. I think they would be perfect for that too. So very cute. All right, so there's your two. Then I have, oh, there's a wet spot over here. What did I drop? It's not from the dog. That's strange. Wonder where that came from. I don't even have a cup over here. Okay. Mystery liquid on the floor. I have two more stamp and die sets to show you once we get our card assembled. And I wanted to make sure that I die cut all of these first before we focused on glittering anything. I just figured it would be a lot easier to die cut everything if I didn't have to worry about glitter getting stuck in my die cutting sandwich. Now I can like pick them up and we can do whatever. I think we're gonna go classic. I think we're gonna stick with Icicle, which is a very fine. That is seriously so weird. Sorry, try to not let that distract me the whole time, but it's very strange. How hard is it to make dies for stamps? As far as I know, Jackie, and it is not easy. I have not been part of the process, so I can't speak to it specifically, but I know that availability is limited. I would assume that that's like, making an outline around your words and like that's what it is, but even that is probably way harder than what it sounds like when you say it like that. Right? Like when you say like, oh, I'm just making a card, just coloring, but it's like never really just. So I'm not sure. All right. Won't forget to cut that one out. But let's come in with some scrap paper. And I'm going to use that Quickie glue pen. It's been a little minute since we used her last. It is a pen that has glue, basically. And we're going to outline some of our swirls on this one, add in some dots. Because Icicle is white, and you know what, we'll put it in the center too instead of going with the white gel pen. Because Icicle is like a clear with that holographic-y iridescent, we're still going to be able to see through it, to see all of those lines. It's just that everything is going to look frosted. They're not all showing up, but I promise they're there. Like how that center is shining, sparkling. It's there. For our pine cones, I'm just going to put some like little squiggles between those branches. Why can't I get the shine? A little bit. For this one, let's add like a little frosty layer to the top of each branch. It's so humid. Yeah, see, it always looks better when it's out of focus, right? But you can see there's glitter. Oh, it's so silly. But the glue pen just makes the whole thing so much easier to add your glitter in because you're not having to fight with a whole glue bottle. And then we'll let these sit to the side and dry for a minute while we work on making our like card front. Just take our glitter, fold that and funnel it right back in. Jackie Ann, this is, oh, you're totally right. I 100% grabbed the wrong thing. This is in fact embossing powder. I thought I was grabbing the glitter. That's why it's not glittering as much because the embossing powder is in there. What I meant to grab was ice rink, which looks like this. What to do, what to do. Let's give that a minute to dry. You know what, we'll just heat emboss them. That's fine. Either way would be very cute for the record. You can do it with glitter, you can do it with embossing powder, but if I already embossed it, it'll stay, but I think the shine will look, this glitter will look shinier if we go ahead and heat it. Thank you so much, Jackie, for letting me know or questioning, because I was like, no, girl, glitter, obviously, but obviously it is not. So I'm going to use my little hot hand things. I got these from Simon Says Stamp, and they're going to let me heat emboss without burning off my fingers. But also a great reminder, if you need to put embossing powder in a very specific places and you don't have, you know, like a stamp that is that, you can totally, look at that sparkle. That's why. You can totally control, you can totally control where it goes. There you go. If you use one of those little gel pens, quickie glue pens. So yeah, that's why it wasn't sparkling adequately. It's because that clear embossing powder layer on top was hindering the shine. So thank you for that. Let's come in with my wire trimmer, and I'm using the stamp line to get this situated with my parallel to my wire and my trimmer, because I did not even try to stamp this straight. And that's my favorite thing about a wire trimmer, is you can see exactly where you're going to be cutting. Just gonna chop this guy across to make our own little bonus piece there. Yeah, Melissa, the quickie glue pen, I don't reach for it all the time, but also that being said, I've had this thing for a couple years. I don't use it all the time, and I've never had an issue with it. Like, it's never dried up, it doesn't clog. So they're not expensive, I don't think, but if you were like, well, I still don't know if it's worth it, to me, you're gonna get your money's worth out of it, no matter what. All right, let me grab the embossing folder that we need and some white cardstock. We're going to be using the Snowday embossing folder, which we did just use, I think, pretty recently. I need to change the blade on my trimmer. So with this heavier weight cardstock, I'm going to come in with the big guillotine die. Let's go a 1/2 inch from the other side to start. Let's go 3 3/4 by 5, just because I'm not sure if I go smaller than that, that my stamps aren't going to fit. 4 1/4, that in half. That's going to give a cute little cheeky border. Oh no. Trying to remember the order I colored them in. It's like that, right? Yeah, so I think that size is good. So we're going to go ahead and take that and our Snowday embossing folder. And this is one that's nice because it doesn't matter if it's straight or if there is no straight, it's just a random design. Always put your embossing folders in hinge side first. Through, show you this very lovely texture that we get from that folder. Absolutely love it. we're going to come in with some tape runner. This Tombow permanent adhesive. I'm going to stand up to try to get this straight. Can't really use the polka dots as the line because they are a little off on the, at least on one side. But I think that looks pretty good. We're going to come in with some foam. And then I have, once we get these on, I have 2 more stamp sets and a freestanding die set to show you for the new release. And I'm leaving the backing on for now before I'm ready to fully commit to the placement, because now that I'm seeing that circle on the side, I don't know if I really like the circle on the side, but no matter what, they need. Look how tiny your foam tape has gotten. Takes a while though, because you guys know I use foam on something pretty much every live, and I'd say on like at least half of my other projects during the week. Did I tell you guys what I figured out um, last week for making the like a shaker? Pink and Main has full foam sheets. Now I'm gonna, no, I don't know if I'm gonna have one to show you. It's like this, but they come in full sheets, right? So it's like foam and it's got, you know, the sticker backing on both sides. So it's like it sticks down on both, just like foam tape, right? But it comes in, I think, 6x6 sheets. Instead of me fighting to cut my foam tape the other day, I took this in my big guillotine and chopped it across. And I instantly had the foam tape that I needed for my frame. So if you ever need foam tape for a frame and you don't know, and you're like, the last thing I want to do right now is fight with a roll of foam tape, just keep in mind if you happen to have a guillotine trimmer, that could work. I think I like that better. Yes, this pattern does 100%. It is giving Julia Roberts in Pretty Woman. I just watched that the other night. I made my husband watch it with me. And I was like, you know what? I think I watched this movie possibly at too young of an age. My mom's not even here to defend herself. But like that's 100% that movie is the reason why I love all of the romance rom-com books that I am like addicted to audiobook listening. We're gonna using the T-square to line these up the best that I can. It's okay if they're not perfect. And that snowflake pattern underneath is just gonna peek through give us a little pop of texture without taking away. I'm also trying to be careful because like this one has the like 33 cents, right? It has like a dollar amount written on it. So making sure that I have those things facing, you know, technically the right way. If that's the only one. I guess this guy is going to kind of cut the difference. Best Friend's Wedding. I've never watched that. I feel like that's like a true classic. You know? Do I want that on top? Just like that. Line that up with this guy. And then this one can just get popped right in the middle. So cute. I like it. I think it's very cute. Okay, so that is our fun winter postage stamp card. And then let me show you the last of our sneak peeks. Okay, so let's do, somebody earlier said Nutcracker, I believe. I heard that. I read that. And so this is the Nutcracker Kisses stamp set, which has coordinating dies. And it looks like this. Aren't they so cute? Oh my goodness. And they have like they've got their little arms out and so they can be holding all kinds of different things. Christmas kisses and Christmas wishes and Nutcracker kisses. Enjoy the magic of the season. Oh nuts, it's Christmas. And then the long happy holidays, Merry Christmas, season's greetings. So cute. And they have the coordinating dies for all of their cute little things they can hold. So for, I forget already who said it, but whoever was mentioning nutcrackers, there you go. They're adorable. We will definitely be coloring them up. Don't you worry about that. Then let me show you the one of the die sets, freestanding die set. This is called Simple Gift Card Pocket, and I feel like it perfectly explains what it is. So it is a horizontal and a vertical simple gift card pocket, right? So you die cut this, these three tabs fold and you tape them down and you can slide a gift card in that way or a gift card in that way. And so you can attach it to whatever you need, right? I feel like this would even fit like on the back of the truck, you know what I mean? Or the front of the truck, and you could slide a gift card then in there as part of your presentation, or inside a card. You open it and there's a slot for the gift card so you know it's not getting lost. So I love things like this. It's year round, right? Like we get this with cute little stars. I love that they're filling space. But true year round card making staple, just simple gift card pockets. Love it. And then the last stamp set that I'm sharing with you tonight, because I'm keeping one in reserve for Thursday for us to color. This is the Um, Pink and Mean with Angie Blom. You know, we've had a collab set with Angie Blom almost every release the last couple months. This is her Christmas candles. How beautiful is this? I want to watercolor this so bad. And you guys know I don't watercolor, but there's something about Angie's illustrations that just made me want to watercolor. We'll color them too, but I want to watercolor these. They're so beautiful. So we have the large die and then the individual sentiment dies that coordinate for this one. So that's wishing you a Merry Christmas filled with light and love, glad tidings of comfort and joy. May your holidays be merry and bright, love, peace, and joy, and season's greetings. So again, I feel like this is a good one if you have friends who aren't religious or might not be celebrating Christmas. This is a great one that I think crosses over all the holidays and is could be very just like general, I love you, happy winter, like season's greetings, love, peace, joy, like so pretty. So pretty. You could make this super Christmas or whatever you need, but very refined, very like elegant with her very like thin, dainty illustrations. Yes, watercolor and heat emboss. That's exactly what I'm thinking for this one. 100%. So yeah, that's a sneak peek at some of the newness that is coming out on Friday. Get so excited. It's going to be such a good one. Um, Donna is going to be live tomorrow with a different freestanding die set that can coordinate with the truck and some other items as well, I believe. But she's going to be playing with those tomorrow live. So make sure that you check her out. And then I will be back on Thursday coloring up this last stamp set and foiling. And then I'm going to show you guys all of the new foils that are coming out as well, foil products. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Thank you so much for spending time with me. I just thank you again. I love our time together. This is definitely my little escape and reset. I hope it is the same for you. I will see you guys back here on Thursday with more awesome sneaks. And until then, have a great night and happy crafting.